Hello and welcome back, everyone. Rashell, Lewis, and I are here today to talk about her experience with the RareX data collection program from the perspective of a mom participating in the DCP. Thank you, Rashell, for joining me. Could you share with our LHON community a little about yourself and how you are connected to LHON?
Thanks, Melinda, for inviting me. I'm the mother of two amazing sons, and my husband and I, of 53 years, live in Longview, Washington. We first became aware of LHON when our youngest son, Jeremy, was diagnosed with Leber's at 16 in 1994. Not much was known about our disease at that time, and like many of you, no one in my family had ever gone blind. Then Leber's hit again when Chad was age of 44, almost 5 years ago. And he was working in a smoke-filled casino as a blackjack dealer. We then became acquainted with LISA, which hooked us up with all that LHON has to offer, including LHON for Moms. And this support group was provided just an amazing amount of information and help for me with two affected sons.
Thank you for sharing, Rashell. I wanted to ask you about your experience enrolling in the DCP. Were there things that went well or things you would recommend as tips for others who will enroll in the future?
While attending the LHON conference in Charlotte, North Carolina, I became aware of DCP. I began the enrollment on the website while at the conference and finished when I got home, which was helpful to have that little break. There is a head-to-toe survey which asks about any health problems, health symptoms, and at my age of 75, I have a few. But each health issue then pops up another survey concerning that particular health issue. It might have helped me if I had realized that each one would mean another survey. I must admit, I became a little frustrated as the initial head-to-toe survey became longer and longer. Please do fill out the secondary surveys. I was just helping Chad yesterday, and make sure you go to the level 2 and fill those out. If you felt like that you've then spent enough time, then consider yourself finished. And don't worry about the other surveys. The head-to-toe survey is the most important.
Those are great recommendations. Thank you for sharing your approach to the DCP. I want to also remind our LHON community that in addition to those high priority surveys Rashell mentioned, that if you have your genetic report, go ahead and also upload that to the DCP to make your participation that much more valuable for the researchers who want to work on LHON. Now, Rashell, can you share with us why you valued completing the DCP?
Well, in reality, this small amount of time I spent filling out the DCP is all for the future benefits of both my sons in a possible cure for blindness. And for that, I have all the time in the world. Hopefully, these few minutes will help researchers and biopharmas to begin research into finding a cure. It would be life-changing for all our sons and daughters. Chad has filled out his DCP as of yesterday, and Jeremy plans on completing his soon. I hope to also have a maternal family meeting to encourage my sister and her families to fill out the survey as well.
Thank you for sharing your value of the LHON DCP with us, as well as encouraging your family to participate. I know the moms in our audience, such as myself, share these hopes, and if there was a way we could be a part of the solution to bring scientific progress towards a return of sight for our kids, we would do anything to make that hope a reality. Thank you again for joining me to talk about the DCP.
Thanks for letting me come on. And if someone from our LHON Moms group has additional questions or wants to just see how it went for me in more detail, I would be glad to meet with them. So just give me a shout out on Facebook group.
That's a very nice offer, and I really enjoyed our time together. Next time, we will be discussing participation in the DCP from an international perspective. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I hope you are continuing to enjoy our DCP Q&A discussions. Bye for now.